Hi, I'm Mike Gardina with GardinaLifeCoaching.com, and today we're going to talk about Mission Impossible, how to make a woman happy. Now, I haven't mastered it yet. I'm on my second wife, so I clearly haven't figured it out yet. But today we'll try to talk about some of the strategies that we can use to help make women as happy as we can possibly be. So there's an old saying out there that happy wife equals happy life, and there's a lot of validity to that. I know we as men constantly want to make our wives as happy as we can because life does tend to go a lot smoother when our wives or girlfriends are happy. And what we tend to do is we do little things for them to make life a little bit easier. We might clean up after ourselves, which sounds so simple, help unload the dishwasher. But those little things are supposed to help make our wives and girlfriends happier. But they don't always work. So let's look at a couple of ways on how we feel happiness. Essentially, one of the bigger ones, like we have a birthday or Christmas, when we get presents. Everybody's happy when you're getting presents, when you're getting stuff. And or when you go out shopping and you're buying stuff for yourself and getting things. It's basically an instant gratification type of strategy. Sometimes it's like if we reconnect with an old friend and we feel comfort of going back into the past when we might meet someone. But there's many other areas, but those are kind of like instantaneous happiness items that are self-gratifying, that make us feel good in the moment. The moment is just that, temporary. It's a moment. It's just a few moments in time. So after we're done opening all the presents at Christmas and you get all the stuff and you look back and it's like, okay, now we're back to reality again. The happiness sometimes subsides, sometimes it will stay up there. But the point is that's a quick, instant gratification type of a scenario. Actually, true happiness comes from within. It's really based off of our belief systems that we have. We can't give happiness to other people as much as we try to, giving them presents, doing things for them. It doesn't really give them happiness. That has to come from within themselves, their own self. So it kind of ties back to their belief system. Let's look at a couple of different examples. We'll look at two different women. The first one, we'll call her Debbie. And she's a person who, where everything has to be perfect. Her children have to be really well behaved all the time. She feels like that she has to be, everyone has to know that she's a very smart person. She has to be thought of very highly in society. And when she cooks, if people don't like her cooking, she could get a little offended or at least a little bit put off from it. So that's kind of her belief systems of the way life really is. And then we'll have another lady, the second lady, we'll call her Mary. And she's a little bit less intense, and she's just being alive and healthy is a big deal to her. She has some close friends, not a lot, but the close friends that she has are very close knit to her. She loves spending time with her children, not necessarily making them be so well behaved, but just spending time and interacting with them. And she likes to help other people, go out and do things for other people. It makes her feel good. So looking at those two women and their two different belief systems, which one of those two would you feel would be the happiest? If you look at Debbie, her rules are so stringent, because kids are never always going to be well behaved. So there's always some chances that things aren't going to go well. No matter how great a cook you are, you can go to the best restaurant in the world, there's going to be something in there and somebody is going to come in there and not like it. So you can't always get exactly what you want there. On the flip side with Mary, she has some close friends, not a ton, but she's got some close friends that make her feel warm and cozy. and she can keep them and spend time with them. And then helping people. When we help other people, it gives us a big uplifting spirit. It makes us happy. So if you ever run across that obnoxiously happy person, they're just always smiling and always feeling good, well, if you sit down and actually talk to that person, more than likely, you're going to find that they have probably very few rules in their life, and it doesn't take a whole lot for them to feel joy. It's just waking up that morning makes them happy. So that feeling is just inherent with them. It makes most of us feel a little bit jealous because you want to feel that happiness, but then again, I want this and I want that. This has to be this way. This can be perfectly this way, or it's not right. So having less rules, or having rules that are a little bit more flexible and open, are going to give you a better chance of being happy. But the true thing is, though, is happiness really comes from, we have 6 human needs, and the last 2 being growth and contribution. When we are feeding those 2 needs, when we're growing as human beings, we're learning new things, we're having new experiences, that makes us happy. And then above all is when we're giving beyond ourselves and we're contributing to society, we're doing things for people, we're helping people succeed. Is those 2 things, when we meet those 2 needs, we can't help but feel happy. We feel happy, we feel so significant, we feel love, we feel all those emotions, which makes us feel happy and fulfilled. Okay, so back to the men out there. Are we just wasting our time trying to make our wives and girlfriends happy? Well, not exactly. There are lots of things that we can do to help them out in those things. So the first thing is making them feel safe and secure. Is making sure that they have a roof over their head, that you're protecting them, that it's safe around them, that they don't have outside worries there. You also want to create some variety for them. You want to change it up with them, get them out, do something new, surprise them with a very positive surprise, something they're looking forward to. And then show them lots of love. Is really hug them, get physically intimate with them, show them that you love them, do those little things, because love, really to show love is really putting the needs of others above yourself. So you got to put her needs above yours and do those things. And then make her feel special. Put her up on that pedestal, make her feel beautiful. Help her understand that she's significant and she's important in your life. And if you do all those things, then that frees her up then to kind of focus on her own growth and her own contribution. And that puts it, to kind of put the cherry on the top and makes her happy. So if you can help her meet those first 4 needs, then the last 2 she can kind of do on her own, and she'll start to become really, really happy. So if she can start to feel that growth and contribution, then of course we get back to our happy life equals happy life type of scenario, and then we're all just happy. Thanks for watching, and if this episode touched you in any way, please hit the like button down below, and please subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. And please leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see in any future episodes. And then above all, let me know if you're successful in helping your wife or girlfriend become happy.